Huh, I still haven't found any water. It's almost like that thing doesn't even work. But you know what? I can't tell you how tired I am of continuing to hear about millions of illegals coming through our wide open border. Why does anyone even talk about this anymore? Because it's still happening, it's getting worse by the day, and it's threatening to destroy our American way of life. Boring! And because terrorists and criminals are coming through and killing American citizens. But I'm used to that. And people are talking about it because flooding the country with illegals so they can vote in our election with no voter ID is currently a method being used to try to rig the 2024 election. Tell me something I don't know. Like when I saw this report that in Mexico they're telling illegals to come over and vote for Biden so the border can stay open, I'm just like, I'm sick of it. Why are they even reporting on this? Because what's happening is a deliberate attempt to destroy our country using an open border. Would be the reason why people are still talking about it. But hearing about it doesn't excite me anymore. It feels normal. It's just the sensation of normal. Flatline feels normal. So like there's no motivation to hear about it or do anything about it anymore because it just feels normal. Wait a minute. I think I know what's going on with you. What do you mean? Let me run a test on you. Tell me how you feel hearing this. It's just been announced that the Denver mayor is defunding the police by $8 million to give that money to illegals. Just feels numb. Okay. Now, tell me what you think of when you see this video of foreign military-aged males running a boat onto the shore of California and then assimilating into the city. That kind of thing just happens. It's like birds chirping or water being wet. It's just normal to me now. And besides, if it's ever needed, our military-aged males will protect us from those military-aged males.
Get ready with me to sign up for the military. I'm signing up for the military because I know my cat-like instincts would be very helpful in combat.
Okay, final test. How do you feel about the open border when you see this video of a group of radicals in Chicago chanting "Death to America"?
Mark bar America! Mark bar America! Mark bar America! Mark bar America!
You're not used to this yet? Yeah, that's exactly what I thought. What? You're suffering with the fourth stage of communist subversion. It's the normalization stage. What is that? It's like stage 4 cancer for our country. You see, former Russian KGB agent Yuri Bezmenov in 1984, of all years, shared with the world the 4 stages of ideological subversion that are being used here in America to turn our country into a communist country. Yeah, I heard about that. But then I stopped caring once it all felt normal to me. Case in point. So the first stage is demoralization. Educate an entire generation into Marxist ideology. You know, my university taught me that the nuclear family isn't as important as we once thought it was. And that our income should just be given to us from our government. And the second stage is destabilization, involving the economy, foreign relations, and defense systems. It's cool how we have almost no more middle class as we have a wide open border. And the third change is crisis, violent change of power, structure, and economy. Hasn't the federal government always persecuted their political opponents and censored their citizens while inflation escalates? Seems just kind of like how it's always been. And the fourth stage is where you're at. It's called normalization. It's an illusion of stability. You don't resist anymore because you just get used to it. And therefore you're a compliant sheep that lets bad things keep happening because with all the subversion, it just feels normal to you. And that makes you tired of hearing about things like the open border that just keeps getting worse. And thus, you stop caring as you back your way into a corner of compliance without knowing you're doing it. That kind of does sound like me. Anything I can do about it? Well, you can just sit back and do nothing about it as you enjoy your sense of normal, which will ultimately be the nail in the coffin of your comfort zone. Why, that one sounds like it won't take that much effort. I like that. Or you can realize you're in a hypnotic trance called normalization, wake up, start saying what you think, and stand for the American way of life. Which are you gonna choose? Well, the border doesn't seem that bad if I don't pay attention to it, so I think I'll choose the first one. Cool. I'm gonna go buy more ammo. But you have a bunch right there. Why do you need more? Because of people like you. You're overreacting. I have a feeling that even if we don't do anything, things are probably going to work out just fine. With an open border, our country will be taken over and run by communists. It happens all over the world. Look into it. But that kind of thing could never happen here. I'm going to need more ammo than I thought. I think it's more important than ever to say what you think. That's why we redesigned the border control shirt on military green. It's hot off the presses. And if you want to wear your thinking out loud like I do, you can get your very own border control shirt now at awakenwithjp.com. Let's keep it secure.